let me tell you a story. It was the end of 2023, and I had just broken up with my ex-girlfriend like 3 months before. So it was now December, and it had been 3 months since I broke up with my girlfriend. And after that breakup, I developed some coping mechanisms against, this pain that I was feeling right after this breakup, because it was a tough breakup, and I regret the way in which I approached the situation. I should have done it in a more mature way, but that's maybe a story for a different time. And it was December 2023, and one of the coping mechanisms that I had developed was this habit of smoking weed. And let me tell you that this habit, it was evil. It was killing me slowly, and I didn't truly realize that it was doing that during the time that I was consistently smoking this weed, right? And during these months that I was smoking, I became kind of socially inept, or I didn't truly want to be around people, only apart from only a few friends that I would maybe smoke with, right? And I was at this time I was living in alone, basically like in a student accommodation, away from my parents' house. And you know I remember every day that I was, well, not every day, but like multiple times a week I would smoke weed, right? And I wouldn't feel like talking to the people in my house, apart from maybe some of the friends that I had. And I found myself trying to avoid the people that were living in the house, right? That I would just avoid them and try to not uh, um, bump into them in the kitchen or whatever, in the common areas. And I didn't think much of it, but looking back at it now, I realized that I was developing a kind of social anxiety, like an anxiety for people that, like a discomfort around people. I don't know, like it was as if I was trying to avoid people for whatever kind of reason, right? And at the end of 2023, I was starting to get out of this kind of addiction that I had, because that's around the time when I truly started taking things seriously about developing the person that I was, right? And stepping into personal development and things like dopamine detox, because I encountered some videos of Hamza. And yeah, I was, beginning to detach from this addiction. And then on like the 23rd of December, something happened to me related to this weed. And basically I had an insanely bad trip that fucked me up tremendously, right? And I also have a video explaining actually in detail what happened. But this event truly changed the course of my life, I would say, because I started to see, fuck, bro, I need to change. What the fuck am I doing, right? I need to fucking change what the fuck I'm doing. And one of the things that hit the hardest after, quitting the weed, after this experience, and after I had developed this kind of anxiety, one of the things that hit the hardest was the fact that, I had become socially fucking anxious, actually. And I hadn't experienced this ever in my life, because I'm not a socially anxious guy, but the fucking weed fucked my psychology up, basically. and I had never been a socially anxious guy, so, because I don't know, I had never. It's like the weed instilled some kind of overthinking into me, because you don't realize uh, what it's doing to you while you're under influence, but after you quit, it's very evident what it's doing to you. So yeah, I embarked. The difficult thing is that because I had never experienced that kind of anxiety, that I also didn't know how to tackle it. It was like a new enormous enemy monster that I needed to tackle, right? And so I started, you know, investigating about, why someone, what socially anxious people truly, uh, what the thing is that is truly affecting them, right? And what social anxiety even is, what the mindset and the psychology behind it all is, right? And you know, I started developing methods to combat this social anxiety, and I started, doing a lot of research, and I started really improving the symptoms of this anxiety that I had. And along with that, I also started developing my social skills, and I became obsessed with actually being very good socially. Like, I started obsessing with it, and I started, learning a lot about it and implementing these skills, and learning from other people. And I actually made insane progress in like 7 months. I completely switched it around, right? Turned the tables around, and actually to this day I'll say that I'm going strong, that my social abilities, that they are developed, right? And that I can navigate social situations. I'm very grateful for that I was able to truly switch it around. But the thing is, though, that there was a point in which I started to become so obsessed with being so great at it, and seeming so perfect at social interactions, that actually I developed a new kind of what could you call it, like a psychological neurosis. The thing was that I actually started to want to seem too perfect around the people, right? Like, socially so perfect. And the people that are hearing this, that have some experience with these kind of things, they will quickly realize that I was setting myself up for failure, right? And this is because by wanting to seem so perfect, so skilled, and so good at being social, or I don't know, yeah, like being so attractive to people, to other people, they becoming obsessed with that I was actually creating another kind of, maybe, insecurity, you could call it, within. And that's the fact that, by wanting to seem so perfect, you truly place a pressure on yourself, right? So you're overly self-aware to the point in which it becomes self-conscious about the way that you're behaving, and it's not like you're insecure. You're not insecure. You're confident. Actually, I developed my confidence tremendously. I accepted all of my insecurities, and I embraced them. I accepted the person that I was. But by wanting to seem too perfect, and having like this too perfect image of myself when it came to the image that I wanted other people to perceive of me. By having this mindset, I actually became so self-conscious to the point that it actually had a negative impact once again. And that is fucking insane to say. But I know for a fact that there are some people that maybe are experiencing this, that people that are actually confident in themselves, that don't have any tangible insecurities that they can point out about themselves or whatever, right? But they just feel inadequate within themselves because they want to be too perfect once again. That's the new warped image of themselves that they have put in place, that once again is making them insecure within themselves. Because every time that you fail to maintain this perfect picture of yourself that you have, that is a strike at your self-esteem, your confidence, and it's actually one of the biggest, the most difficult obstacles to overcome, I think, because whereas before, you might have been dealing with tangible insecurities, like, okay, I don't like this or I don't like that, and you had accepted them. Then now this insecurity or this mental barrier that is hindering you at being truly confident in the social situations, it has become like an abstraction, an ideal image of, but non-tangible image of what you want to become. You cannot say for sure what it is. And what this does is that, what this did to me was actually that I was so self-conscious when talking to people that I didn't know, because I had this this perfect image of myself socially, that every time that I was very focused on what the other person thought about me, right? And because of that, I truly didn't have my own values that I stick to. So I was basing all of the validity of my actions on what the other person was thinking about me, right? To the point in which I didn't even know myself what was right or wrong, to the point in which I began to lose basically all the confidence that I had in my actions, because I didn't know my values, my morals, I didn't have this strong self-image of myself that I just stick to no matter what, right? And what this did to me is that I became insecure for nothing. There was actually nothing. Like, I didn't care what people thought of me if I was not talking to them, because I truly didn't have insecurities. I didn't care actually what people thought of me. But when it came to speaking to the people, then I because I wanted to seem so good at the moment, so perfect, so socially amazing. I was focusing too much on like their perspective of me, and at that moment is when the the total loss of this confidence came in. Because when I wasn't interacting with people, I didn't care. I didn't fucking care because I didn't need to seem perfect, and like I didn't fucking care, but I just wanted the people of which I interacted with, I wanted to leave like a good impression, and I don't fucking know why. I don't fucking know why. If I think about it now, it's not because I wanted for them to like me, but because I wanted for my ego to be fulfilled. I think it was that. Now that I'm arriving at that conclusion now, it was my fucking ego that wanted to feel fulfilled, or like, it wanted to feel good, like another boost to my ego. Fuck. That is fucking insane. And I mean, I struggled with that for a long time, because I was not insecure about myself, or what people thought about me, or like the way I looked, or any kind of fucking shit. I mean, I did crazy shit. I approached people. I did this and that, and I didn't care what people thought about me. But at the moment that it came to wanting to leave a good impression, to boost my ego, that's when it crumbled and I fucked up. Because I was trying too hard. Like, when you try too fucking hard to be good, bro, that's when you fuck it up. That's when you fucking fuck it up. Because by trying too hard, you are deceiving yourself. You are not so great. You are not so fucking great, bro. You need to begin to fucking accept that you are not so great, because if you try so fucking hard because you have this extremely perfectionistic image of yourself, the moment that you fail at it, you crumble. Your confidence will crumble. Your confidence will fucking crumble. You gotta accept that you're not all that great. That you I mean, of course you can have confidence of yourself that you're going into the correct way, and that you've made huge progress, and that you're at a fucking great level. But you need to accept that you're not perfect, bro, and that you will make mistakes. Because otherwise the same thing will happen to you that happened to me. You will crumble at the moment that you realize that you're not perfect, and your ego will hurt, and you will feel unconfident. And there's only one solution to this problem. The only solution that I've been able to come up with after journaling a lot of pages, like months, and it's difficult, actually, because you have wired your brain into wanting to be good, because socially, or wanting to leave a good impression, wanting to be acknowledged, because of this obsession that you might have had, and that I had, for becoming socially amazing, right, and developing good social skills, and seeing all these results. But the only solution to this is to stop caring about what other people think, and not what some people think, not what not not only not caring about what people think that you don't care about, but also letting go of what people think that you do care about. You need to stop truly caring about what people think and what all people think. Of course, you can consider their thoughts, but you can fucking not let them influence your state of being. You cannot give power to anyone, because it will eat away at you, and especially the people that you care about are the most dangerous ones, because those people are the people that hold the most power over you, because you care about what they think about you. You need to fucking let go. You need to let go, and it's difficult, and it seems like it's maybe not a good idea, because you should care about what the people that you care about think, but this is not a problem to be solved by logic that I have tried. This is something that you need to just, it's the only way. You just fucking need to, this is the best way that's practically doable. You need to fucking stop caring about what people think, and listen, you can still be good to those people. That's a thing. That's a misconception that I also got, that if I stopped caring about other people think that would make me a bad person. That's also a big factor of it, right? But that's fucking bullshit, bro. You can what I mean by stopping to care about what people think is that you view their opinions in a neutral light, and then you decide, right? Then you decide what to do with that opinion, but that you don't. The opinion doesn't have any power over you. You are the one that decides what you do with the opinions of others. And that's a totally different position, right? Because then you are in power. You can decide, but not letting their opinions influence you from the get-go. You need to let go of what other people think. All people. If you truly want to achieve confidence, you need to let go of fucking that. And you need to train yourself to view opinions of others in neutral perspectives and do with what you want, and decide for yourself what you do with that. People will respect you more because they see that you're not a pleaser, that you, right? They see that you're your authentic self, that you know where you're going towards, and people admire that because, right? They trust you because they see that you think for yourself, right? And that you're not going based off of others. That's way more valuable. You need to let go of what other people think, bro. Peace fucking out.